Many years ago, in the quiet village of Umuli, there lived a man named Obina. He was a single father who had lost his wife to a strange illness, and from that moment, life was never the same. Left alone with his little son, Kosi, Obina tried his best to be both father and mother, but loneliness is a powerful thing. Soon, women began to fill that empty space in his heart and in his bed. Obina was a handsome man, tall and charming, with a tongue that could make even the most careful woman forget her morals. His words were like magic, and his smile could melt a heart of stone. Women came and went from his house. They cooked, cleaned, cared for Kosi, and gave Obina everything he wanted. And when he grew tired of one, he would find a way to send her away and bring another. Everyone in the village knew who Obina was. It was said that if Obina as much as smiled at your wife, then she was already gone. Kosi grew up watching all this. He learned early that women came and went like the wind. Still, he never lacked love or care. These women treated him kindly and he enjoyed their company. Years passed. Kosi grew into a young man, calm, kind, and hardworking. Obina, though older now, still had a spark in his eyes and the same smooth tongue that once drove the village wild. But while Obina's name made women blush, Kosi's name brought rejection. Every girl Kosi approached turned him down. He couldn't understand it. One evening, he went to his father. "Father," Kosi said softly, "I need your help. I've tried to talk to many girls, but they all turn me down. It hurts me because you are so good with women. Please tell me your secrets." Obina laughed loudly. "My son, this is the business of men. It takes years to master. But I will tell you one thing, women love to be seen. Always make it about them, not you. Praise them, make them feel special, and they will be yours." Kosi listened carefully and decided to try again. But when he did, he failed again. Every woman still said no. It broke his spirit. He began to think maybe love was not for him. Until one day, he met Amara. Amara was a beautiful and gentle. Her smile brought peace to his troubled heart. When Kosi spoke to her, she didn't turn away. She listened, smiled. She said yes. Kosi was overjoyed. He treated her like a queen, buying her gifts, visiting her every day, loving her with everything he had. And Amara loved him too. When she said yes to his marriage proposal, Kosi felt like the happiest man alive. He decided it was time to tell his father. Obina was surprised. "My son, you've done well. Bring her to me. I would like to meet the woman who has stolen your heart." When Kosi brought Amara home, Obina's heart skipped a beat. The girl was young, beautiful, and full of life, exactly the kind of woman he could never resist. As Samara greeted him respectfully, Obina's eyes lingered on her longer than they should have. He smiled, but deep inside, something dark stirred. After she left, Obina told his son, "You have a good taste, but remember, women can be full of surprises. Be careful." Kosi laughed. "Father, Amara is different. She is pure." Obina nodded slowly. "We shall see. Time will tell." Days passed, and then one evening, Kosi came home tired from a long day. He heard laughter coming from his father's room. Amara's laughter. He froze. It couldn't be. Heart pounding. He pushed the door open. What he saw shattered him. Amara, his Amara, was lying half naked on his father's bed. She screamed when she saw him and ran out, ashamed. Obina just sat there, calm and expressionless, as if nothing had happened. Kosi's world shattered. He locked himself in his room and wept until his eyes went dry. The next morning, Obina came to him. "My son," he said calmly, "what happened yesterday saved your life. You see, in our village, if a father and son ever share the same woman, and the son eats from the same plate with the father, the son will die. It's an abomination. I only wanted to save you." Kosi believed him. He forgave his father and cut ties with Amara. But what he didn't know was that this was only the beginning. Each time Kosi meets a new woman, Obina would find a way to lure her to himself and then tell his son the same story. "You are lucky, my son. I have saved you again." Kosi began to believe that all women were unfaithful until one day he discovered the truth. One of the women he lost told him everything, that it was Obina who seduced her, not the other way round. That day, Kosi's love for his father died. He swore that Obina would pay dearly. Months passed. Obina announced that he was finally getting married. Her name was Ngozi, a young, beautiful woman who reminded Kosi of all the women his father had stolen from him. Kosi smiled. His time had come. He treated Ngozi kindly, made her laugh, made her feel safe. Soon, she began to spend more time with him than with her husband. Slowly, love grew between them, dangerous, forbidden love. When Obina traveled to a nearby village, Kosi and Ngozi gave in to what their hearts had long desired. They did what they weren't supposed to do. When Obina returned, Kosi welcomed him warmly. "Father, you were missed," he said with a smile. "Your wife worried about you." Obina laughed proudly. That is what happens when a man takes charge of a woman. That night, Kosi shared a meal with his father from the same plate. Days later, Obina fell ill. His head ached constantly, and his skin began to blister. No medicine worked. People whispered that his past had caught up with him, that the spirits of the women he hurt were punishing him. Kosi watched silently as his father's strength faded. Then one morning, Ngozi came to him, trembling. Kosi, she said, I'm pregnant and it's yours. Before Kosi could respond, they heard a scream. Obina was dead. The villagers buried him quickly, saying it was the villagers buried him quickly, saying it was the gods who had taken his life for all his evil deeds. But weeks later, Kosi's uncles called him. Why haven't you married yet, Kosi? You are a grown man. Kosi told them everything, how his father warned him about a deadly curse if he ever married a woman who had been with his father. The uncles looked at each other in shock. There is no such curse, one said. Obina made that up. Kosi's heart dropped. So it was all a lie? His father had deceived him all along just to keep him under control. For a long time, he sat quietly, thinking. Then one of his uncles said, You must decide what to do with Ngozi. You can keep her as your wife or send her back to her people. Without hesitation, Kosi said, I will keep her. Ngozi wept tears of relief and joy. They began a new life together, away from the shadows of Obina's deceit. Months later, she gave birth to twin boys, Obina's grandson, and perhaps the true end of his curse. And in the evenings, when Kosi held his sons close, he would whisper to them, May you grow in truth and never walk in the footsteps of your grandfather. The end. Thank you so much for watching. As you can see, I'm a new storyteller. Please, you all should support me, grow me on this channel, like and subscribe, share my videos so I can get more views, please. Till I bring the next story your way. Thank you. Be kind to yourself, love yourself, cherish yourself, and never let anybody bring you down. Goodbye and God bless you all. Thank you.